Mike, I need you to throw on these green beans on the grill.
Now that's got to be tricky. Oh, there you go.
You'll do me a favor and just throw some
on here.
Throw some olive oil on these bad boys.
I got it.
Okay. These take about 3 to 4 minutes for them to grill off. All you really want for the green beans is for a nice char to get on them. Olive oil, a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper on that, and they'll put a nice char. 3 or 4 minutes. It doesn't take very long. But I used lump charcoal, and this charcoal right here, it's real lump charcoal. It's got a great wood flavor to it. Bark is going to have a lot of times. It's going to have basically the cedar pollen. You'll have pollen. A lot of the pollen of trees will grow on the bark, so you're going to get a lot of fungi. You'll get a lot of the things that possibly could like infect a tree. You're going to get it on the bark. So yeah, if you're cooking with wood, try not to have big huge chunks of the bark. If you got a little bit of bark on a big log, a big smoking log, it's going to burn off before you put your food in there. Or that's what you should get. You shouldn't put your food on there until you have coals. That's my point. All right, so right now I'm using portobello mushrooms.
Why portobello?
All right, well, portobello is a cremini mushroom, a white button mushroom, the mushrooms that you're used to in the store, right? It's the exact same mushroom. People, back in the day, they thought they'd add the name portobello to it, add a little cachet to it, and make it fancy. All it is a very mature cremini or white button mushroom that they have allowed to grow a little longer. And when that happens, the reason why it's a much better mushroom is it gains an earthy and meaty flavor to it as well as a meaty texture. And we got these mushrooms going. Hold on, put a little more fire on this. I'm cooking on stoves that I'm not normally used to. Now normally people might ask me, why wouldn't you grill the portobello mushrooms? Because you're doing a grilled green bean casserole. Why wouldn't you grill the mushrooms? Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm called sweating the mushrooms. And instead of adding like maybe a mushroom stock or something like that to make basically what I'm doing is I'm making a really, really good homemade mushroom soup instead of Campbell's, which we all normally use for our green bean casserole. Well, this is a heck of a lot better, I can guarantee you. So what we're basically doing is we're making a cream of mushroom soup. So we're sweating out the mushrooms, and the reason I didn't grill them is because I didn't want to lose the moisture out of the mushroom. So what these things are going, this right here is coming together to a nice scald. Now this is coming together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a bit of a roux out of these sweated mushrooms and butter. Before I do that, I'm going to add. I'm sure you guys can taste it. There's some nutmeg in the green bean casserole. We're going to grab ourselves, boom, bang, bow. I'm going to crush up some garlic right here. And we're going to add a little bit of nutmeg and a little bit of garlic to these sweated mushrooms. And I don't know if you guys can see this through the demonstration mirror, but you're actually getting a lot of liquid out of these mushrooms. And this is what I didn't want to lose when I was going to possibly grill them off. I'm going to add a little flour. I'm going to add a little pepper. Okay? I'm going to add a touch of salt. Boom. And we are going to make a little bit of a roux now because we've got some butter. Beautiful. We've got some butter, we've got some flour, we've got some nutmeg and some garlic onto these mushrooms. Now, we're going to deglaze the mushrooms with a little bit of chicken stock. Okay. Put a little more fire on this bad boy. Okay. Let this come together, and as you can see, you're going to get like this nice, basically it's like just like a mushroom chicken a soup, if you will. Here in a minute, I'm going to add some half and half to it, and then we're going to reduce that down, and then that's going to make our cream of portobello mushroom soup. Okay. Room temp, half and half, yes, because you don't want it to, again, you don't want it to bring the nice warm stock that we had. You don't want that to bring the temperature down. That will make your mushrooms a little bit rubbery. The French fried onions that you put on top of your green bean casserole, you can really give them a nice smoky flavor when you've got your pit going. Put them on a nice pan. Put them on a pan, poke some holes in them, something. Put them on your pit. Put some nice, there's obviously some nice pecan on here anyway, and smoke them and toast them for about, I don't know, 4 minutes to get them nice and crispy and add that smoke flavor. I hope you guys were able to taste that when you had your green bean casserole. We grilled off the green beans. I hope you guys could see the nice charred green beans that were on there. We added the nutmeg to add a little holiday flavor to it. You know, I wanted to, again, turn it on its ear and do something that you would traditionally wouldn't get with your green bean casserole. And then we've smoked the French fried onions on the grill. Am I missing a question?
Hey Garrett,
No,
what kind of barbecue is that on your cow?
It says the OMG WTF barbecue, and that, thank you for pointing that. All right, so the green bean casserole, did you guys enjoy it? Do you have any questions about it?
It's delicious.
It was very good.
Cheers. All right.